You've already asked Ji-young to book your tickets, haven't you? Where are you going now when you just came back? Don't you care about the market?
I'm going to Shanghai again.
You've seen all that you should. Why go there again?
Because the inspection can't be finished in one trip. Besides, I have another purpose. I need to buy you some new clothes. Your clothes are too shabby. You look like a janitor.
There's no need. I'm fine this way.
Suit yourself. I don't owe you anything. No wonder you can't find a girlfriend.
Huh. Don't wait for me for dinner. I've got plans tonight.
Is it a guy or a girl? Yes, hello?
Xiaoyan, it's me.
Mr. Xiaolei.
How are you? Is it okay for us to talk?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
Well, I'm going to treat Shishen to dinner tonight.
And see her off. Come join us.
See her off? Is Miss Liang going back to the US? Why didn't she tell me?
She's going to Shanghai tomorrow and will be staying there for a few days.
Days before flying back to the US. Are you free tonight?
Well, yes, since it's your request, I'll certainly be free.
Okay, see you at 7 at Yingbin.
Okay, see you.
Dashin!
A girl's appearance indeed changes so fast.
This line comes after. She becomes prettier.
After all these years, you're still as sassy as before.
Let's sit. Would you like a drink?
I've got one here.
What is that?
Well, it's a wolfberry tea. Have some.
Give me some.
How is it?
It's quite special.
Have some more.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Tell me, why on earth are you looking for me?
Nothing really. I'm going back to America. I've seen most of my friends in China, and you're the only one left. Why don't we catch up today?
No one here knows who we are. Just go straight to the point.
I admire your no-nonsense attitude and outspoken character. I'll cut to the chase then.
Yes, go ahead.
It's about our common good friend, Comrade Song Yunhui, and I hurt his feelings days ago.
You hurt Song Yunhui's feelings.
What's funny about that?
Would grim-faced Song, who strikes a terror in thousands of people at Donghai plant, get his feelings hurt by a lass like you?
Is that Mr. Song's nickname? I bet you gave him that.
Let's get back to the topic.
Haven't we been talking about our joint venture? Mr. Song wants the most advanced US equipment. It was basically agreed in the contract, but the US headquarters increased its price and he refused to accept it.
I understand the market economy. A deal should be between willing parties, so negotiate the price until an agreement is reached. How would feelings get hurt here?
I told him that as well. But then, I got a little agitated. So I kind of spoke a little harshly to him. I guess I hurt his pride so badly. But he invited me for dinner tonight to see me off. But I'm afraid he'll feel awkward, so I would like to invite you to mediate.
I'm not going.
How could you reject after all that I said?
Why should I go? Because he said so?
He's your good friend too, am I right? Well, you should cheer him up.
I can cheer him up anytime. Why should I join you for dinner? Besides, do you really believe that a strong-willed man like Song Yunhui would have his feelings hurt by what you said? Huh. I suggest you just find someone else. to be the peacemaker.
No way. You really have to go.
I insist on not going.
Let me be honest with you. I'm asking you to go because I have an important task for you. This is my work plan after I go back to America. Like you said, it's normal to have discussions while doing business. Our current lack of progress is just an episode. This plan contains the steps I'll take after I go back to America. As long as Mr. Song's patient, I'm sure I can convince Lyondell's board of directors.
You know what? I suggest you give this to him personally, Liang. You don't have to go through me, okay?
Some time ago, I used some innocuous negotiation tactics during negotiations. But I didn't expect Mr. Song to actually doubt my character because of that. I'd like to show him my sincerity with this plan.
Goodness, you finally told me the truth. You're a tough nut to crack indeed, Liang Sishen.
So now you're happy. Can you go with me then?
Fine. But I have a favor to ask of you. I hope you care to listen.
Go ahead.
Talk Yang Shuo out of setting up a 4-star hotel. He's become obsessed with it. He went to Shanghai once for that, and he wants to go there again. As you know, Donghai market phases 2 and 3 will start very soon, and there's a lot of work awaiting him. He simply leaves his work aside.
But a 4-star hotel is a great idea. Look at this Nandu hotel. It's an average hotel, yet there are so many guests every day. If it weren't for Mr. Song, we wouldn't be able to book here. The room rates of a hotel in Shanghai aren't low, yet every single hotel is doing well.
But you have no idea what Yang Shuo's situation is right now. He set up the market on borrowed funds. His mother borrowed the money for him. Liang, I know it's easy for you to bluff people, but he certainly can't.
All right. But I can promise you, Dashun, I can only try to persuade him to face the truth and make a reliable, feasible plan.
Okay. Song Yunhui invited you to have dinner here? It's classy.
Don't forget what I asked you to do.
And don't forget the matter I brought up to you.
Xiaoyan, you must behave.
I'm here for a free meal.
Hey!
Mr. Song,
Xiaoyan,
Why are you here?
what kind of friend are you? You didn't call me to join you for good food.
I asked Dashun to join us. You must be Mrs. Song.
Kaiyan. This is Miss Liang Sishen.
Hello, Mrs. Song.
Oh, hello. I heard Xiaolei mention you before.
Oh. You must be Xiaoyan, right? You're much cuter in person.
But I'm naughty. I was even scolded today.
Oh. Here, Xiaoyan. I brought a gift especially for you. Take a look.
Wait a minute, what did I tell you?
Thank you, but I can't accept it.
How could you refuse it? I brought this for you all the way from America. If you don't accept it, I'll be very sad.
Oh, Xiaoliang, this is too kind of you.
Xiaoyan, just accept it. It's a gift from a foreign guest. It's a waste to refuse it.
Here, I'll help you take it out.
Why is it wearing a dress? How funny. Thank you, Auntie.
You're welcome.
Well, come on, let's sit down.
Oh, Miss Liang, over here.
Okay.
Jeez, Song Yunhui. It's obvious that you prepared this wine for your former student. I don't drink this kind. Give me some Chinese liquor later.
I didn't invite you today because it's all about work and not about leisure.
It's okay, I don't blame you. Just drink 3 glasses as payback. I'm magnanimous and truly don't hold grudges after all.
I just went to the restroom. What's this talk about grudges?
Hey, Dashun! What are you doing, Dashun?
Move aside!
Dashun!
Stay out of it, Song Yunhui. Move aside!
It's been years already. Stop it, okay? Dashun! Calm down.
Xiaolei, don't stop him.
Be quiet, will you?
It's the consequence of what I did back then. Dashun, I wouldn't dare to seek your forgiveness because I'm aware that the incident back then has caused you so much harm. But still, I'd like to say this to you. I'm sorry. Dashun, I'll drink 3 glasses as my apology to you.
I'll drink that up. Then you go to jail for 5 years!
Dashun! Listen to me. There's something I haven't told you. I thought bringing up the past would make you sad. But it seems like I was wrong all along. After you got into trouble, you mediated for you. After you beat him up and caused him to lose his watch, you could have been charged with robbery back then.
Yes, Dashun, you had no idea. Xiaolei thought of many ways and approached many people, but to no avail. We even went to the security boss's house.
In the end, you came forward and told the police that his watch has been found, so your case was mitigated.
That wasn't the case. You're putting me in a good light by saying that. I didn't want to go to the police. Xiaolei actually bought a new watch and claimed it was found in the grass.
This matter happened almost a decade ago. Can we just forget about the details?
But you should let me finish what I'm saying. Dashun, you know I've never forgotten about this matter. Every time I think about it, I feel terrible. Now that we're here today, you might as well vent your pent-up emotions so we can finally put it behind us. Do what you want to do. I'll bear with it. But let's talk outside, not in front of the kid.
What the heck are you saying?
It's okay, Xiaolei. I won't beat him up. I couldn't stand you in the past. Now I can't be bothered to beat you up.
Uncle Dashun, come here.
Go. Xiaoyan's calling you.
Uncle Dashun, I'll let you play with my bear. Don't be sad.
I'm not sad, Xiaoyan. I'm angry.
Look at how cute the bear is. Smile and it'll like you too.
Hey, where's the driver? Move the truck out of the way! Mister! Mister! Hold on. Mister, is this your truck?
Yeah, it's my truck.
Move it, it's blocking the road!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good grief.
Whose car is it? Make way!
Hey, bro, I have to pass through. You're blocking the way too. This road is so narrow, please back up a little. Just back up a bit, okay? There. I'm sorry. Come on, back up a bit. Careful, careful. Okay, stop.
Okay, let's order. We'll order a dish each. No one's exempted. You go first.
Huh? Ladies first, you know. Let Miss Liang order first.
Ladies first. Mrs. Song, please.
Okay, let me see the menu.
Mr. Yu, if my memory serves me well, you work at Devon Petroleum, right? When I was in America, I heard Mr. Song mention it.
Oh, I forgot to introduce you. Yu Shanqing was my college classmate. He went to America afterwards. But he's no longer working at Devon now.
Miss Liang, this is my business card. You know, Miss Liang, I've long heard about you. I borrowed and read a lot of foreign books and materials, which you sent to Xiaolei while we were in college. And the Jinzhou plant, of course.
Really? I don't remember doing such a thing.
You visited him in Jinzhou in 1983 and brought a pile of things. Weren't those all books?
It turns out that Mr. Song and I have such great friendship. Mr. Yu, you work at PD Chemicals now. So we're in the same trade.
Yeah. I just got my MBA degree. I joined PD recently.
Mr. Song has many acquaintances in the chemical industry abroad. It seems that after Lyndell leaves, Mr. Song will talk to Mr. Yu about the joint venture next.
PD has long expressed their intention for a joint venture, but Lyondell seized the chance. Since our negotiation is shelved now, I invited Mr. Yu to do an initial survey. Also, negotiations between Donghai and the Japanese firm aren't permanently dismissed. We've always had more than one option.
No wonder you insisted on treating me to dinner. It turns out you have such important news for me.
You can't put it this way. Actually, I have to thank you for this opportunity. Well, if you hadn't withdrawn, PD couldn't have come into contact with an excellent investment party.
Whether they're a good investment party isn't determined by reading a few reports in the office. You must do an inspection and fully understand the minds of their company leaders. I'm sure an MBA graduate like you, Mr. Yu, would know this logic.
Da Shun, why did you come along with Yang Sishen?
Well, we met earlier today. Miss Liang wanted me to give you...
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Mrs. Song. Well, you see, I also prepared a gift for Dashin's baby. But disappointingly, he's still a bachelor. So I decided not to give you the gift.
Xiaoyan, you mustn't be like some people after you grow up. They bully honest people.
Bullying is bad.
Oh, Mr. Yang, why didn't you call us in advance? The VIP room is booked.
Is it booked by Donghai Plant?
Yes.
I'm the guest.
Oh, I knew it. Only you would have such honor. This way, please. Mr. Song has arrived.
Isn't it supposed to be 7? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Mr. Xiaolei, didn't you say 7? Why did you arrive so early? Logically, I should have gone to pick up Xiaoyan half an hour in advance.
Shouldn't it at least be 1 hour in advance?
I've been learning a lot of things from my teacher lately. I'm just a little confused.
You're a teacher? Why haven't you mentioned it before?
I regard her as my teacher, but she might not necessarily accept me as her student.
Xiaoyang, who's your teacher?
Of course, it's Miss Liang. We might have come into contact a few times only, but I realized that I have changed completely. I consider Miss Liang very knowledgeable. Every time I talk to her, I learn a lot of things.
You're late because of my influence, then.
Well, no. Mr. Xiaolei told me to come at 7, so I came at 7. I learned this from you. Be punctual. set off and arrive on time. It's really great.
Punctuality is a good habit. Don't treat me as your teacher. I'm not qualified to be your teacher.
Look at what you're saying. Don't be modest. I do think
It's
that...
great to be just friends, because friends will help each other out. Unlike a teacher-student relationship, sometimes the teacher might not trust his own student.
Hello, mister. I don't think we've met. This is the first time, right?
Oh, that's right. I'm Yu Shanqing. I was Song Yunhui's college classmate.
Oh, hello, hello.
You're Yang Shun, right?
Yes, sir.
Here.
Oh,
Nice to meet you,
sir.
I wish you success.
Nice to meet you.
Well, guys, I ordered some dishes randomly. I'm not sure if they'll suit everyone's tastes yet. Order any dish you want, okay? Miss Liang Sishen, take a look.
Xiaoyan, what would you like to have?
I like some scallion pancakes.
I'll order deep-fried shrimp and some sautéed beltfish then.
I'll also order some scallops. Miss Liang loves to eat scallops. What's wrong? She's our guest after all.
Yang Shun, how's your business doing lately?
Well, it's great. Ever since I went to Shanghai and met Miss Liang here, I found a few business opportunities. Thanks to Miss Liang here, she taught me well.
Oh? What is it?
A hotel. A high-end hotel. You see, the most high-end hotel in Donghai is merely a 3-star hotel, and it's crowded every day. That means business is extremely good. I was thinking, in the future when the deal is done and the joint venture succeeds, many foreigners will be attracted to Donghai. You know foreigners, they have high demands on food and accommodations, and by then Nandu Hotel won't be able to meet their requirements. So I decided to set up a 4-star hotel.
A 4-star hotel? That will need a large amount of funds, right?
Yes, a lot of funds are needed. Hey, Mr. Xiaolei, is Donghai plant interested? We can cooperate. They can have majority share. I'll fork out 40% of the funds, and then Miss Liang can look for an experienced foreign management company. With this tri-party cooperation, the hotel will become Donghai's leading new landmark. Did I say that right? Landmark, yeah.
Currently, I don't want to be burdened with a side business. I'm afraid I can't help you with this.
Oh, it's okay, Mr. Xiaolei. I can settle it on my own. The economic environment is better now. I don't think raising capital is a problem.
Where would you get the money? You let your mom borrow again?
Well, no. I already talked to Xiao Ran. He will liaise. I'll use the market as a collateral. The newly founded state trust will surely be a great loan.
How much is the interest?
I didn't ask. Anyway, it'll only be slightly higher than the banks. Don't bother about
Are
it.
they going to stop phases 2 and 3? What about the construction costs that have been invested?
I didn't say they'll be stopped, but just like phase 1, we'll build the market while we lease out the booths. When we receive the rent, construction costs will be offset.
But from what I recall, I don't think a self-employed person is allowed to register a hotel business now. You must be cautious where the policy is concerned. Don't suffer like you did before.
Thank you for the reminder, but I've consulted. It's true that a self-employed person can't register such business, but affiliation is possible. Look, my market could be affiliated. I'm sure my hotel can be affiliated too.
Hold on, why the heck do you trust Xiao Ran that much, huh? Don't you know that if he has malicious intent like Xiao Xiaobao, it'll be too late for regrets?
Xiao Ran is respectable. He won't do such a thing.
You haven't known Xiao Ran for long. You know the kind of person he is?
Dashun, keep your voice down. Don't scare Xiaoyan.
Well, most of the dishes are already here, so dig in. Dashun, go
Dashun,
ahead.
I know you're kind, but you know too little about the ways of doing business. Many companies are striving to set up a high-end hotel. If they manage to seize the chance, this great chance will forever be lost to us.
You don't have to depend on Xiao Ran.
Miss Liang, what did you say?
I can register a foreign company and lend you its brand. You don't have to ask Xiao Ran for help.
Miss Liang, don't joke with me. I'll take what you said seriously.
I'm definitely not joking with you. The process for registering a foreign company isn't that hard. I've already checked it before I came back.
But you're going back to America soon. You don't have time to register it.
I can authorize Liang Fan to do it. He's my cousin in Shanghai who's very capable. I don't think it's going to be a big deal for him.
It's easy to lend the brand, but you're in America. If Xiaoyang faces any problems in the future, he'll need you to handle them. Isn't the operating cost a little too high?
I'm confident of the growth of China's market, and the policy will ease up gradually. I'm sure there'll be more policies to encourage sole proprietorship soon.
I agree with your opinion, but the process might take too long. You can afford to wait, but I don't think Yang Shun can.
If you want to do something, you have to take risks. Compared to seeking stability, I admire Yang Shun's character. He knows his own position. He knows he has limited skills in achieving a cooperation, so he compromises more, even if it seems that he's losing out. He knows that it's very beneficial to him in the long run. I really admire his positive attitude. But of course, this is only my own personal point of view. Yang Shun, if you don't want to borrow the foreign brand, just forget what I said.
No, I want to. I want to. Miss Liang, how much is required to register? I can pay for it first. When the bank opens tomorrow morning, I'll remit the money to your cousin right away.
It's okay. I don't think it'll cost that much. As for the rest, let's just talk in private.
Oh, okay, that's right. We will just talk in private. Yeah, okay. Why aren't you drinking? Come on. Let's pour you some wine. Mr. Xiaolei.
Here, Xiaolei. I came back to China, so drink with me.
Okay, let's have a toast. May our cooperation be a success.
Okay.
Yang Shun, let's toast too.
Okay. May our cooperation be a success too.
Dashun, you too.
Your business is too big. I shouldn't get involved. Here, Xiaoyan. Let's toast too.
Oh, sorry. Cheers.
Sishen, when do you plan to return next time?
I don't know. It depends on the company's plans. I don't think I'll have a chance to come back this year.
Oh. For your locally registered company, you're not going to manage it remotely, right?
You're so concerned about my business. However, don't you already have PD as your new partner? Whether I come back is absolutely none of your business.
You're mistaken. I'm thinking, if you have no plans of coming back, can you hand over the negotiation materials for foreign joint ventures to you, so that they can get down to work immediately?
Good idea. Anyway, I haven't been in China for some time. I'm really not sure of the current domestic policy changes here and market environment. Miss Liang, it would be great if you can help provide us some information regarding the business.
Well, it seems that you're really planning to start from scratch again.
Huh?
Start from scratch again.
Like you said just now, in such cooperation, both parties must know their positions. Apparently, Lyondell and Donghai, in my opinion, don't agree on this. We can't force it to happen then. We're just looking for another company that truly recognizes Donghai's worth.
Can PD truly see the worth of Donghai?
From the current situation, I'd say yes.
Perhaps you think that the management of Lyondell is demanding. But Lyondell isn't a public company. Jean is only accountable to the board, but PD is different. It's accountable to all minority shareholders in the securities market. Every important piece of information may trigger stock price volatility. So in terms of foreign partnership, they are more cautious than Lyondell.
You're definitely right, Miss Liang. It's true that PD is a public company, but the development strategy for entering the Chinese market has long been determined, you know. We have absolute confidence in that.
Entering Chinese market had been our plan too. But what happens in reality? Mr. Yu, sometimes there's a gap between the ideal and the reality.
Sishen, I know you're upset by the outcome of our deal. But this doesn't mean other companies will be like Lyondell.
What's wrong with Lyondell? Is it all their fault that the negotiations failed?
I don't want to argue whose fault it is. If only Lyondell didn't break its promise, the negotiation wouldn't have come to this.
Lyondell has the capital to break its promise. Donghai wants the best equipment, yet can't provide the matching conditions. It has limited capabilities, yet it blames others for the failure.
This is the trickery you obviously learned from abroad. Your company does as it likes because it's powerful. On one hand, it forces its business partner to provide benefits beyond their bottom line. On the other hand, it claims to be generous in giving. How's that different from colonists centuries ago?
Survival of the fittest has always been the rule in human society. Or we wouldn't have this saying. The truth is only within the canon range.
Enough with your American arrogance! Yes. Lyondell does provide good technology. But you're certainly not giving it for free. Without China's huge market of over 1.1 billion people and favorable policies by the government, will Lyondell invest in China? Liang Sishen, a joint venture is something that benefits both parties. No one should be begging. No party should compromise all the time. You know, I thought that you understood the needs of your homeland better when you went abroad and studied advanced knowledge. And even if you didn't come back to help, at least you wouldn't oppress us like they do. I didn't expect you'd be far worse than those foreigners.
No, I'm not! I don't discriminate anyone, let alone my compatriots.
But your words and deeds clearly show that you are.
That's because you've never experienced real discrimination!
Xiaoliang, please calm down. I'm sure Xiaolei doesn't mean that.
Let her speak. I would like to know what real discrimination is.
I'll tell you. When I first arrived in America, I went through all kinds of discrimination. May it be looks or language. It's all just because I'm someone who came all the way from mainland China. Later, I got into an Ivy League school and worked at Wall Street. I experienced discrimination at my workplace in America too. It might not be obvious, but you could certainly feel it in the air all the time. For your information, for certain jobs and positions, they'll never give a Chinese a chance. Why do I insist on investing in China? It's because I saw the hope of China's rise that was reported in the Southern Tour speeches. The status of overseas Chinese like me will only improve when China becomes powerful. So in a sense, I love this country more than any of you in this room ever have. Do you hear me?
Then why are you helping Gene? Why are you helping him to fight for such unfair terms?
You don't think we've argued? But his reasons are indisputable. Donghai wants the best equipment. Only Lyondell is willing to provide that. If you don't believe me, show Mr. Yu Lyondell's equipment list. Let's see if PD can provide you with technical equipment of this level. Mr. Song. Just like you, I love this country very much. But we must admit we're still very backwards compared to other countries. If we want to catch up globally, we should make sacrifices. After World War II, the steps taken by late developing countries, like opening up markets, granting profits, and providing cheap raw materials and labor are steps that we can't evade.
Donghai is willing to pay these costs. I helped you to get the 2,000 mu of land you requested. But it's too hard for Donghai to accept Jean's price increase.
I know that. That's why I gave Dashin a work plan.
What's the plan?
This is my work plan after I go back to America. Jean's task is to expand the overseas market. But the Asia-Pacific region hadn't done well last year, so he's under pressure too. And that is why I plan to talk to him one last time before he does his end-year report to convince him to give in.
Are you sure about this?
I can only do my best.
Jean already broke his promise once. I can't just pin all my hopes on him, all right?
Do you have any other better ideas? How about this, Mr. Song? Let Xiaoyan go back first. She's already sleepy, and that is when we will discuss it further.
Kaiyan, take Xiaoyan home first.
What about you?
I'll go back later. Yang Shun, you drive both of them home. Dashun, you go as well.
Forget it. Don't bother them. We'll go back on our own.
No, sister-in-law. I'll send you home.
Oh, Yang Shun.
Here are all my gifts for Xiaoyan.
Oh, help them carry it.
Yeah, okay.
Sishen, in U.S. investment cases, other than money, equipment, and workshops, what else counts as an asset?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm thinking... Jean is confident because he has good equipment. He thinks we've invested too little. But $5 million is beyond what Donghai can pay. If you have other recognized forms of assets, I can think of a way to convince the higher-ups.
Sister-in-law. Be careful.
In 1913, the US government funded the Panama Canal and obtained the right to use the canal for $250,000 per year. And so far, I think that they've gotten a return of over $40 billion from the canal. This is considered one of the most successful investment cases by the US government. So many US companies have formed a habit of thinking that roads, bridges, and rivers are indeed valuable assets.
Do you mean that Donghai can also use roads, bridges, and rivers as investment assets?
Didn't Donghai promise to reinforce bridges and improve roads for the joint venture? You can talk to them and include these in Donghai's investment proposal.
Okay. I'll report this to the higher-ups tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'll refund my plane ticket then and wait for your news.
We're here. Try to rest early then.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Ren 间停在那一刻。假如生活的剧本无力把握，索性曾经拥有深情换了，此刻带着因你而生的美好，走向未知的选择。我的祈愿将始终陪伴，无论在世界的哪个角落，永远被善良的人们围绕，生活依然是温暖时刻。